All right, guys, so here we go. This is round 4 of Shipstorm Saturday here on Twitch, brought to you by RQL. We are casting. This is Jake AFK is the name of the team. Their moniker is REEEE. I love that. And then TSPC, of course, veterans of King of the Sea. They were kind of the Cinderella story of the last King of the Sea with their performance, making top 8 all the way from the group stage.
Definitely not a clan to underestimate.
Very much not.
Extremely strong. They're extremely strong. I've played with and against them. Some great guys in that clan, but they're also extremely talented. So
Very much so.
Definitely don't sleep on them.
Nope. Super Brit composition here on Ree's side. And of course, we've gone Nelson, but the Edinburgh is a bit of a swap. Curious to see that. And then Mahan. And then, of course, we're used to seeing, we've got this Cleveland Nelson Gotcha comp on the other side that we've seen the last couple of games. TSPC bringing that one.
The work environment sucks, but I bet the benefits are nice.
The Mahan is a very odd choice. Maybe they took it because, hey, we want to take the... Maybe it's a Radar Eddie. I think if we have a Radar Edinburgh.
Almost guaranteeing you that's a Radar Edinburgh. And he's gonna stick with the Mahan, and he's gonna just camp the smoke where he can.
Eat shit and
kind of an
die.
interesting choice, considering taking a Cleveland would be more beneficial.
Well, we'll see. Edinburgh has that extra... Edinburgh doesn't need the smoke, because if she's detected, you're in radar range. Her radar range and detection radius at full stealth build match each other, both 9 kilometers.
Yeah, but the HE potential on the Cleveland is very powerful.
It is. The HE gives you more flexibility. Ooh, this is the Arctic camo on the Edinburgh. Look at that. Look how sexy that is.
I'll have to take a look at that when it comes up, because I actually have both the Z23 and the Eddie camo, because you know how we got our stuff, and
yeah,
I had an abundance. I still have yet to decide which Dasha camo.
I love how this Arctic camo looks with the icicles on everything. I really wish we had more maps that camo was like appropriate, you know?
Yeah, I mean that would be the coolest thing. Who knows? Maybe next CC summit, if there is one in St. Petersburg, we get to make maps if we go.
Yeah, maybe. Well, Ree here is basically moved due east along the H line. The Mahan is about to get into C. He's using the island as cover there. He's going to get in this little nook. He's going to be in the cap right now, essentially, with this little J-hook island protecting him. We see the Nelson coming south. Go ahead. Yeah.
It looks like we may have a bare-knuckle brawl on our hands. Traxian is pushing his Cleveland right to the opposite side of where the Mahan is, and the Gotcha is going wide. So we potentially have a big fight on our hands, I think.
Well,
Nelson is lit up, and AP is out.
Yes, I see the Nelson. Yep, I see the shells coming out on the Nelson. Now Jake has dumped his torpedoes. It looks like if Traxian's Cleveland is going to be stationary, then they won't. Those torpedoes won't matter much. Magicon does bag C, but I can only assume it'll be contested shortly as Ree starts to tick up their points.
Eddie Torps are now spotted. The Cleveland has
Hydro up.
He's Hydro up.
Yep, he's going to have his Hydro on Magicon momentarily.
Oh no, incoming broadside onto Traxian. That's about a 6K salvo. That had to have been an AP Citadel.
Yeah, not too bad. Oh, here comes more of the Edinburgh fire as well.
Oh my goodness!
Good hot, solid hit.
Getting absolutely mangled.
Solid hit from the Edinburgh AP there, about 8K onto his Cleveland counterpart here.
Tim has got to get in and do something against this Mahan. He has the HP advantage and the gun alpha advantage.
Is Magicon hydroed? Is he lit?
He is very lit right now. Magicon is being seen leaving C and potentially going for B to get the flank.
Now this B cap on this map is really interesting because this is a giant death circle. Look at this. 4 ways in, 4 ways out. That is it. Super ballsy. Looks like he's going to try and back B.
Reminds me of? Sleeping Giant.
Yes, very much like the B cap on Sleeping Giant. Absolutely. Well, Jake has gone very wide here.
AP up from TSPC on the Eddie. Ooh,
does take a decent hit there. We can see his position, though, pushing the Gotcha back and continuing to keep the Cleveland under some pressure.
You know what really kind of surprises me? That Jake actually didn't take a Charles Martel with the reload module.
Yeah, I have to admit, I am a little surprised. If you're gonna, I love Edinburgh, right? But if you're gonna take a tier 8 cruiser in a tournament like this, I don't know. Maybe Cleveland is the better play just because it gives you more flexibility. Reworking their cap control, very good here. Up 2 caps now here. 10 minutes to play, 5 minutes gone. More AP coming in on Jake. This could hurt.
Ooh, big
solid
hit there.
hit.
He's got that Royal Navy heal trying to mitigate all that damage.
Yep, he does pop the heal. He's going to get back to about 60% HP by the time the heal is all said and done. Yep, he's using this island as cover while he heals up.
Tim about to step into C here. Assumedly, the Eddie is running radar, so he's probably going to be lit in a moment.
Well, we'll find out.
Up to corpse on the corner of that island.
Magicon's Mahan rotating back to C, so Tim is not going to get very far with his cap attempt. It's going to get halted here momentarily. That still leaves REEEE on a cap advantage.
Traxian actually pushing towards the Eddie's last known location. He's angling into that island. It's probably between them and Jake. So,
well,
curious to see. Oh, Mahan's up, possibly taking fire here. Traxian opening up. He's smoking up. We're going to see a radar here.
You're definitely going to see a radar on Magicon. There's no reason not to blow it. Well, Frozen Fire's kind of in a weird position over here. He's not very useful where he is. He really needs his guns down to threaten the Cleveland.
Big hit.
Yep, and he can't do it from where he is. Now, Jake's position is not too bad. He's going to run. He's trying to keep his guns on the Cleveland, I think, while he takes pot shots at time. He's turning his guns to the Cleveland now.
I don't think Traxian can win this trade, especially with the Eddie's heal. Oh, AP from the Nelson out, though.
Well, we'll see.
Whiffs.
Traxian's kind of in a bad spot here. He's kind of pinned between... I mean, he's got... I don't know. He's going to give up a lot of his HP, but he's going to succeed in driving Jake off the cap, no question.
More AP coming in. Traxian down to 5.1. This could be fatal for him if they don't get a
these
trade on
Edinburgh
the
AP
Eddie.
can do nasty things if you let it. 2K now as more shells coming in. They know they've got to get him off the board. Jake hits the gas.
And this could be the end right here.
Mahan shells can finish him now. It looks like he ran a ground up there.
And
he
that
did,
is
and
it for Traxian.
Jake from State Farm bags the first kill here
chance.
as REEEE moves out to about a 300-point lead.
Reese Nelson has actually moved into the A cap.
I see this. Well, they have the flexibility now to make that play. Jake's going to have to work the bottom end of the map and heal his wounds for a bit. I will say that if I'm Magicon, I absolutely don't want to get in a gunfight with this Gacha. I don't think that's one he can win.
Depending on the HP trades, because Magicon is still full health, isn't he?
No, he's not. He took some damage from the Cleveland. He's at about 75% or so.
The Gajamata is sitting at just under 11k, so if the Mahan jumps the Gaja, he could potentially win this trade.
Well, the Mahan did move out and spot the Gaja briefly, but it looks like they're going to drive him off the cap. It looks like Tim's moving north. I can't tell if he's...
Jake from State Farm healing.
Yes, he is. Back to 9,500. Certainly enough to be a thorn in the side of this Gaja and the Nelson.
Here comes the Eddie AP. Shaving about 500 off the Gaja. That was probably an overpen.
Yep. Nelson bags B for TSPC, while Magicon slamming on the brakes, trying to stay in the C cap, doesn't succeed. Does duck out of C, but will probably be back in momentarily.
Tim needs to go quiet. Tim needs to go quiet now.
Tim is still spotted here.
He's smoking up. That'll hide him momentarily.
It will. Magicon back onto C, trying to work that cap advantage again for REEEE.
Retribution pushing through that southern side of B, seeing if he can get an angle on the Mahan.
Is that what he's doing? There he is. Now, that was unexpected.
Oh, no.
The Mahan did not expect to find him there. He dumps Torps and starts to turn, but
Here
this could
comes
be
the
the end.
battleship.
Oh,
Oh my, big
massive hit, but he
Ooh.
does survive.
Timma
But
could pull this around.
the God, he's got a smoke, and the God is going to finish him before it happens. There he goes.
There's that trade. Well played by TSPC, going down a ship and clawing back.
Excellent
However,
play.
they're still very low on points.
Excellent play by TSPC. Now that leaves Jake all by himself here, very much kind of caught out against this Nelson. He's able to punish the Gaja if he can get up there, but I don't know that he can. Now, can they see Frozen Fire?
They cannot see Frozen right now, but Timma has torpedoes on the gap. Maybe we'll see some connect.
Well, let's see. Frozen is coming through that gap now. Here come the Torps. Frozen's going to eat at least 4 of these. 5 of these. 4 of them. It does not kill him, but it leaves him on 9,000 HP. He has to pop his Nelson heal.
A crowbar would come in handy.
Oh, that's a big changer there.
That's a big hit.
Considering that Timma is probably running Adrenaline Rush in a game like this, his torpedoes are probably nearly up by now.
I gotta say, I don't know that I like REEE's play here of sending the Nelson on the merry jaunt to A. I feel like he's been out of the fight for too long.
He has been.
Tim now getting
spots
on the Edinburgh, but it's probably going to cost him his ship. He does.
A bit of a blunder by TSPC there. Definitely a big misplay.
Now, if Edinburgh radar is available, now's the time, there it is, to try and figure out where this Nelson is. Now they know where he is. It's a question of how do we do this? Nelson in kind of a bad spot. He's got to turn to face Frozen Fire's guns or risk getting Citadel because the Nelson Citadel is highly vulnerable.
He's looking to engage Frozen Fire.
Yeah, he's just going to go straight at Frozen. That's going to leave him. Ooh, the AP. That could be nasty. Good 8K salvo there.
Good trade by Retribution.
Very much so. Jake, now realizing he's free to act, hits the gas, going to come around the southern end of this island and start getting his guns back into this fight.
The thing with Retribution, I don't know how much Frozen has to heal, but right now as it sits at the Retribution has about 41k HP compared to the combined HP totals. Oh my, that's a Citadel right there.
Frozen takes at least one sit through the side there. That's going to be very unfortunate. The best play he can make now is to get up here and go for the ram. Let's see if he does it. Retribution now getting shot from astern and from the bow. Caught between 2 enemy ships, pops his super heal. If Frozen Fire can survive to ram him, no, he does not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game.
That leaves us a badly wounded Edinburgh against a Nelson who's just on his 2nd heal, as near as I can remember. This is going to be interesting. The trouble is,
right now, all Jake has to do is run.
Yeah, Jake needs to just run and be in whatever cap that the Nelson isn't. There's almost no way the Nelson can outcap him, and he certainly outspots him. REEEE working on about a 300-point lead here. We're under 3 minutes to play. Really solid game, but this Nelson, let's see what he does. What is Retribution doing? We do not have eyes on him right now.
He's turning back towards C. He knows he has to kill Jake to win this.
Yep, he knows he's got to kill Jake. He's not going to win by capping. Jake now turns due south, moving down the 6 line here, trying to keep cover and stay away from these big 16-inch Nelson guns.
I think if Jake stays alive, which he probably will, because he outspeeds the Nelson. Because remember, the Nelson bled so much speed turning around after challenging Frozen there. But I think this may be wrapped up. I think REEE's going to take it.
I think they are. It certainly looks that way at the moment. Jake continuing to angle south down the 6 line on heading on about what is that, about a 215 heading or so, 225 heading. Using that island as cover, knowing he's only got to live for 90 seconds to win the game.
Pot shots out, splashing harmlessly down the 6 line.
What's the range here? Jake at 9.7 kilometers from this Nelson, so just outside his detection range. The Nelson is guessing knows he's got to kill him, but 60 seconds to play. It looks as if Ree's going to take this game unless this Nelson gets crazy lucky.
How far away is the Nelson from the Eddie right now?
10 clicks now and growing. The Enberg's speed advantage is widening that gap, and his detection is probably 9 clicks.
Yeah, this is over. There's no way the Nelson's going to catch him unless Jake somehow turns in.
The Nelson's not even close. He's just, I mean, the Edinburgh is crossing the 4-5 line now. He's about to move into I-4, and he's firing down on the J line. So in about 20 seconds, this will be all over as time ticks away here in Game 4. REEEE taking the game here against TSPC on Ring.
Here goes the countdown. The drums are playing. One last salvo of defiance. Long gone miss. And Here we go.
That lady starts her tune as REEEE bags Game 4 and moves to 4-0, I believe.
What a game. What a game.
Good game.
Going back and forth for good amount of trades there. That's the kind of warships that we like to see, or I like to see at least.